Just admit it. You were planning to kill me, so you could escape.
Don't be stupid.
Oh, I ain't so stupid!
I knew you'd choose betray. There was...
Tell the truth!
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here? Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Actually, that's true. Oh, shit. That is very true. Phi and Dio.
Yes. If Dio had chosen ally, Phi would have killed Tenmyoji.
And if Phi had chosen ally, Dio would have killed her.
And if she'd chosen ally, Dio would have killed her.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another. Not that it seems to have worked. If either one had chosen ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
Yeah, they couldn't risk that. This is a huge wake-up call. I turned to look at the results again. Before, I'd only been looking at my own. I hadn't realized that there was only one word across all across the roster. Betray. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. Oh, he scared me. What is that?
Sniff it.
What?
Sniff it.
What did you make? Is this scotch? I mean, thank you, but I have a beer. I can't get drunk on stream.
I thought you needed it. I didn't see you open the beer.
God damn it. And you wouldn't pour this much. Thank you. Oh, god damn it. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Alright, thanks. Out. Get out. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright, guys, pay attention. You've probably already all figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never going to get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution.
Ah, don't even start. Who said we all want to get out of here?
Sorry.
Dio.
Well, in that case...
Et tu, Phi?
Yeah, sorry.
Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed suit. I think I will drink some of this, but... God damn it! Don't fill those things up to the top.
See? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here. Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on! I'm coming! Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it. I am so done. I am so done with these people.
Everyone's gone.
You aren't going to leave too?
No,
Are you sure? I chose betray.
I know, but I still believe in you, Sigma.
Oh, Luna! Oh, you precious thing!
I think your hand must have just slipped or something.
Yes, let's go with that.
Right?
My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet prick the corner of my eyes. I'm crying! Luna, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed throughout the warehouse. This is the part where Luna stabs us. Oh, God.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3. Starkey, there is no... The Ambidex...
Luna is too good and innocent. I agree.
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over, too. Sigma, could you show me your bracelet? Do you
Why?
remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. I'm a cyan pair. What about you?
I'm a magenta pair.
So, we're not teaming up.
They could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
Okay. We've got about 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. So, what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out of here. This is true. I'm so done with this group of people. Luna is like the only redeeming person here.
Maybe it would help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
Yeah, but what? We've already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose betray. Including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
A common enemy. That could work.
Yes. A common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
But then we would need to know who it is. After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Quark the Accelavir. That might work. We can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, then everybody else would work together against them.
Right.
But how do we figure out who it is?
Well, do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? Oh, the memory card. Shit, we forgot about it.
What's this?
It was under the bomb. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
Really?
I don't know what's on it, though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
Oh, I guess we can't really use it then. Oh, wait a second.
Get the PlayStation 2.
You know what?
Get the
I think I might
PS2,
have
Luna.
seen something. Yes, I read the infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Theo and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one. Yes, I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
Luna and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Tamioji. Oh, I don't want to see you. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we'd left him, asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
Thought better of it. Good boy. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. Well, did I make the scotch good? Well, you put a lot of ice in it, so it's easy to drink at least. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter.
Okay.
Ranku Apu!
Then stick it in already!
Go ahead.
Clover. Why? Why you do this, Clover? Alright, let's do it. What is this? What? Is it a crossword puzzle?
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
In other words, the first two rows just repeat.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me. I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
This one's out of my league. You're on your own, dude. Thanks.
Was there anything else on there?
No, it doesn't look like it.
It's all gibberish. Hey, Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Yeah, seriously. Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
Clover's actually 21 in this game. She was 19 apparently in the last game. She's 21 now.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
The Myrmidon. Ah ha 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 ha. Dio, you got some splaining to do. For some reason, I felt like I'd heard that name before.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb?
It was said by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Yes.
Which means one of us is a Myrmidon. No. Clover's 19 in this game. She was 18 last game. She's lying about 21 because she wants to drink alcohol. Oh, really? That's it? Oh, okay.
Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it
She
seems
lied.
likely.
One more scotch. No, I'm good. Thanks, I'm good. Damn, I've got a ton of questions for you. But let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know. How am
What?
I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
Oh, lovely.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See,
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice, Clover, who the hell are you? Think about a key to decode a message in another timeline? I think the Dio and... yes, that would make sense considering we know he's the Myrmidon. We know he's the Myrmidon. He's a fucking clone. We know that. I has key. Reaches into pants pocket. Damn it, Mintum.
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state, or something like that. Just what the hell kind of a job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's idiotic. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
Alice's shirt was an enemy of the state, so she eliminated it. I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. But we have too little information. We need your help. Fine. If you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Hey, wait, Alice! I took off after her. Oh, lovely.
How long are
Came
you
back
going
here.
to keep following me?
Till you tell me what I want to know.
Then why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
I hunt down my ex-boyfriends. They're enemies of the state of my love life. Well, yeah.
Then why don't you...
I wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters? Or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
I want to see what's under that gold necklace. I'm not asking Clover because I already got the Clover end. She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. Oh no. We fucking raised a flag. We walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. I already have Clover's flag. I want yours. Oh, jeez. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
You mean in the AB game?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game, and then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying.
At least she admits it. She's gained a point of approval from me. Well, it's gonna take more than that for me.
And everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real.
That's the Radical 6.
Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was
No matter
myself.
how you feel about me,
and it
you're
only
wearing.
got
You're not
worse.
wearing a shirt. It was probably the Radical 6.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back.
Alice is human? Nani?
So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared. See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it.
What? Do what?
Kill me! Get
What?
it over with!
What the hell, Alice? I'm not going to kill you. I don't even hate you.
You're lying. I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. Single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. Then another, and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tear. Why are we having a tender, lovey moment with Alice? God, this is not who I wanted this to be with. Where's Luna? I want Luna. I want
Why are
Luna,
you
not
doing
you.
this?
The words of Barry White. Let's get it on. Also, this music.
You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
That's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad?
Yes.
Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Ha! Come on.
If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know about myself and about the Myrmidons. Deal?
All right, fine, sure. My lips are sealed. Now it's a dating sim. Congrats, gamer.
Really?
I didn't know I was playing Yakuza again. Crying. I don't remember any crying.
Good. All right, then.
You haven't gotten the Luna ending yet, and you still have 2 timelines left where you haven't reached the ending, and she's not dead. It has to be one of the other Cyan endings. I guess so. So, you are still unworthy of the Luna ending. Work on your craft a little more. Damn it, Mintum. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the U.S. My father was a scientist, and his field was cloning. Cloning, huh? He was recruited by an American lab, which was why he moved. Well, cloning. Gee, why does this sound familiar? Well, I used English around me. I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. By my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen. What? You've always been a punctual man. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he'd been kidnapped. Oh no. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her, as a single mother alone in the country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away, and in every line of her face I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he'd never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student, and did especially well in math. Oh, Mintum. Hey, no wonder you like Alice so much. I earned a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school. Spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resources to help me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security. Their purpose is to investigate, and sometimes deal with, terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. Yeah, it's Alice with a shirt. That's a weird sight. You have no idea how good at math she is. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons, although at the time that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they had been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now, at last, I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. Oh, shut up, computer. I don't need my Windows Defender. Go away. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. I just searched Darkfont 30 to 17 in math. Alice can't possibly be better than me, right? Trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Yeah, it's not fun. Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. Oh! Gee! What does this look like, I wonder? I headed out immediately. My car had some engine trouble and I stalled out. An SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. It was Clover. That was the first time we ever met with everybody else. Clover, 7, Junpei. Clover, 7, Junpei. Who else was in the car? Would have been Snake. Snake would have been there. Yeah, it would have just been those 4, right? Because the 9th man was dead. Ace was in the trunk, right? Or in the back. And Akane and Santa were gone? Or was Santa with them as well? I don't remember. Technically Ace. And Lotus. Oh, Lotus! I forgot about Lotus. I totally forgot about Lotus. There were 4 other people in the car with her, and then when I asked about them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I expected. They told me they'd been locked up out inside of the very building I'd been on my way to investigate, and that they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were the Myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Well, hold on. No. We know that wasn't the... We know it wasn't the Myrmidons. That was, it was Santa and Akane who kidnapped them, technically. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. They were not connected to the Myrmidons. Exactly. We did discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul. Really? There was also a 6th person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. A middle-aged man who I'll just call H for now had been bound and placed in the trunk. It was Ace. Gentaro. Shit, what was his last name? It began with H, though, didn't it? It's a good time to remember Tomoyoji had Akane's photo. I remember that he had her photo. Enough! Don't try to tell me how to play the game or what to remember. Hongo, thank you, Hongo. That's the name. How do you know that? There's so much we don't know. His pharmaceutical company, a major player on the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. So he was controlled by the Myrmidons. I suppose H was a member of Free the Soul and very committed to their cause. Is that why he was studying morphogenetic fields? So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability called morphogenetic field. Oh shit. Okay. This is where we learn about morphogenetic bullshit. At least in this game. It's telepathy. The SOIS had heard of this particular ability before and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. Nani? I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of Free the Soul. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. This is Radical 6, isn't it? Clover was recruited. Because she was a test subject, we knew she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field. I wonder why they didn't recruit Junpei. Was he too busy looking for Akane? After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. And... hold the phone. Most of this stuff only really worked, you know, with a transmitter and a receiver, right? Akane was the receiver to Junpei's transmitter. Am I correct in assuming that? So I thought Snake and Clover were that pair. Leaf Free the Soul fed the idea of morphogenetic fields to Ace, which led to the first Nonary game that Akane nearly died in. That could be. Hoped our investigations might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. Last I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. Oh no. It was a trap. The lab was fake and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All of the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like had already fled. She had been tied to a chair, but on the floor next to her was another body. Wait, what? It was my father. Oh no! He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him, his body was already cold. Wait, so your father's dead? It wasn't until later that I learned he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. Wait, then why are you still looking for him? He's dead! A Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. He'd said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone, tell her masters at the SOIS to do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they'd killed him. Perhaps they'd thought they were sending a message to me. Or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. You were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and I left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. 2 rows of numbers comprised of 8s and 9s. Oh god, he carved that into his own skin. On his chest was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Al. Aww. Oh, That's sad. There would be no forgiveness. Not for the monsters who put my father through this. They destroyed my family. I would make them pay, even if I had to die to do it. That night I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. I would avenge my clan. Wait, no, that's the wrong franchise. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. So that's the headquarters. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress with his own body. He'd sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time, our operation would succeed. We took our time. We gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But on the 22nd, you were kidnapped. So you inhaled that gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AV room?
Yes. Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.